Couple hours of playing Xbox, my friend's like, yo, I want to play GTA with you, but I let my sister borrow it. Can you go in her room and grab it for me off the desk? And I was like, dude, fuck no. Like, your sister's sleeping. She doesn't even know me that well. Like, I don't want to knock on her door and wake her up. He's like, dude, trust me. If I do it, she'll get even more angry. And then she won't even give me the game and we won't be able to play GTA. And at first I was like, nah, fuck that. But then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? How bad could it be? Like, I want to play GTA too. So I thought about it for a minute and I decided, like, okay, I'm going to do it because it's just a knock on the door, right? So I go out in the hallway, go up to her door, knock on it like 3 times. I hear her yell, hold on. And I hear the bed springs like being super loud, like someone was moving on the bed really quick. And I didn't really think anything of that. But a few moments later, the door opens and his sister's right there. And she has her hand covering like her chest. And like she's just peeking out a little bit through the crack of the door. And I was like, hey, Jeff wanted me to grab GTA. And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, he wants to play. And she's like, hold on. And she shuts the door. And I'm just waiting there in the dark hallway. And like 2 minutes goes by, and I'm like, all right, what is she doing? And finally the door opens back up. This time the light's on, and she has like a big t-shirt on. And she hands me the game, and I notice in the background where her bed is, because I can see now, there's just a guy laying on her bed, like in his underwear, just staring at me. And I was like, who's your friend? And before she could even say anything or react, he just gets up and dives out the window. Like the window was already open, he just dived out it. And I'm just like completely lost for words. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And she's like, that's my boyfriend. Can you please not tell my mom or Jeff about this? And I'm still just lost for words. I'm like, what? I wasn't going to, but like, why did he just dive out the window and run away like that? She's like, I'm not supposed to have boys in the house at night. And I'm just still confused because, first of all, she's like, I think 18 or 19. So she definitely legally is allowed to date and kind of live how she wants to live. So I was confused by like how strict the rules were. So I just said that. I was like, you know, you could have told me to just not tell your mom or your brother. And that could have been it. Like, why did he just jump out the window without his clothes on and run away? She's like, well, I don't know. I think he's scared. He doesn't want my mom to wake up and catch us. And I was like, you go to parties like almost every weekend. Why does she care about people being over at night? And she's like, I don't know if she worries about me. And, you know, we've had some arguments, stuff like that. And I was like, okay, fair enough. You can tell him to come back, though. Like, I'm not going to say anything. And he's in his underwear by himself in the nighttime. It's probably freezing. And she's like, don't worry, I will. Thank you. And I was like, yeah, no problem. So I walk away with GTA in my hand. She closes the door. I go in my friend's room, and he's like, what took you so long, dude? I was like, I don't know. I knocked on her sister's door, and she was in the bathroom or something, so it took her a minute. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Well, let's play. And that was pretty much it for that night. But a couple weeks later, I told him about it, my friend, and he thought it was the funniest thing ever that, like, his sister's boyfriend jumped out the window in his underwear. Keep in mind, it wasn't like a second-story window. Like, this guy didn't die or, like, break his neck.